You have a very hard fight on your hands, but when this is all said and done, it's not going to be a close fight. Whoever wins the first round will also win the second, third, and the fourth round. And if I had to tell you who that's going to be, I'm going with the bigger, stronger athlete. Merab and Still.
To manage just the machine of Merab Dvalishvili.
Yeah, you gotta knock that guy out. That's it. You just gotta knock that guy out.
For me, Merab is like, I don't know what's going on with him because his cardio and conditioning is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it. It's
his last fight was like one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, because he just goes and goes and goes. Like, he will not stop going at somebody. I've never seen anything like that guy. He's unbelievable.
The bantamweight division is heating up again, and all eyes are on Merab Dvalishvili. The champ's title made headlines after Sean O'Malley, his previous opponent, provided his true opinion on Merab's upcoming bout with Cory Sandhagen. Sean compared his battles with Merab to what he knows of Cory.
Merab's, he is improving each fight, but he's still, to this day, I watch him, I'm like, God, I know I can knock that out. He's sloppy in certain positions, and he's beatable. He's definitely beatable, and Cory, you can't count Cory out. Cory's one of the most skilled guys in the UFC, not just in the bantamweight division. Can't count Cory out. You know, I'm very curious to see how that fight plays out. What happens if Merab gets a hold of Cory? Merab felt like a super strong, weirdly, just, you know, super strong. So I'm curious to see what kind of scrambles Cory can create.
Another vocal opinion came from Umar Nurmagomedov, who also battled Merab. Umar drew a direct comparison between the two fighters. He acknowledged that Merab is certainly the more powerful wrestler, capable of dominating opponents with his pressure. But on the flip side, Cory has the advantage in striking with clean and sharp shots that can cause huge issues.
Salam alaikum. So how do you feel Merab compares to probably your best challenge so far, Cory Sandhagen?
Nobody will beat him. Nobody will beat him. Even like Sean O'Malley and versus Cory gonna smash him, I think. Like a fighter, I think Merab have better wrestling attack Cory Sandhagen, but striking, I think Cory is one of the best.
The hype doesn't end there. Other previous fighters and pundits are weighing in, including TJ Dillashaw. TJ provided specific counsel regarding what Cory must accomplish if he wishes to claim the belt. Cory's movement and angles need to frustrate Merab's pressure so that it is more difficult for him to shoot, he thinks.
Merab Dvalishvili, the champ. Cory might end up fighting Merab soon, so.
Merab's a problem, bro. Something that he does very well is he never puts himself in danger. He's never in that middle ground, right? He's always all the way out and using his footwork pop-in, or he's all the way in smothering you, making you work to get him off you, right? So I would love if Sandhagen could get it done. That guy's a ninja. His striking is insane. I do think, unfortunately, though, that Merab's got the exact skills that are his kryptonite.
His ground game.
Chael Sonnen, as ever, kept things direct and firm. In his view, there's absolutely no question whatsoever about who will win. Chael fully supported Merab, asserting the champion's motor and wild pace are unrivaled in the division. He contended that although Cory is technical, the relentless pressure Merab imposes cannot be managed in more than 5 rounds.
You have a very hard fight on your hands, but when this is all said and done, it's not going to be a close fight. Whoever wins the first round will also win the second, third, and the fourth round. And if I had to tell you who that's going to be, I'm going with the bigger, stronger athlete. Merab and Still.
Cory Sandhagen, however, is not intimidated. In an interview, he made it categorically clear that his strategy is straightforward. He's going for the knockout and nothing else. Cory was not one to mince words and did not overcomplicate his response. To him, Merab Dvalishvili may be tough, but anyone can be struck, and that is precisely what he is seeking. He wishes to finish the bout with strength and leave no uncertainty.
To manage just the machine of Merab Dvalishvili.
Yeah, you gotta knock that guy out. That's it. You just gotta knock that guy out.
On a different podcast, Cory spoke more about how he perceives Merab. He recognized Merab's strengths, particularly his phenomenal pressure and grappling skill. But Cory also noted something significant. There is no perfect fighter.
I think he has some obviously really good physical traits that make him, like, his conditioning is a superpower that other people don't get to have. and that's unique to him, and he's made a way to weaponize that in a really smart way.
He agreed that Merab does an outstanding job, but was adamant that any fighter has vulnerabilities. Cory explained that supporters should not mistake Merab's dominance for perfection, and his task is to identify those weaknesses when the cage door closes.
I think Merab also has this narrative buzz around him where he's an unbeatable force of freak of nature who has conditioning out of whatever, and while that is true to an extent, that doesn't mean anything to the fact that the guy can't be beaten.
That confidence never wavered as Cory explained his perception of how he stacks up against Sean O'Malley. He stated definitively that his skill set is unique and a level above O'Malley's, particularly in the area of overall fight IQ and being tough. Cory stated that Merab won't be dealing with the type of striker he faced in O'Malley. Instead, he'll be facing someone who can shake things up a lot more, which makes it tougher for the champion.
I know that I wrestle a lot better than Sean does. Although Sean does have really good takedown defense, his process of getting up is just like a little dated and pretty slow. Like you're going to lose some minutes doing it the way that O'Malley does it. I think that I get up super good. Being tall and lanky, it's really hard to not let short little guys get underneath you. Like that shit's gonna happen, especially if they're springy and fast in our weight class like they're going to. You just have to be able to pop right back up immediately, which I know that I can do because I fought Umar, who's easily one of the best wrestlers in the UFC, and I was able to do that.
Cory later interviewed with Ariel Helwani in another interview and doubled down on his respect for Merab while staying honest. He told Ariel that Merab is excellent, but the majority of his opponents have failed to properly fight him.
I mean, Merab deserves a lot of respect to be put on his name, by all means. I also think too, though, that if you fight Merab in the proper way, you can be as much of a motherfucker to Merab as he is to everyone else.
While analyzing, Cory also provided details on what he believes are weaknesses that he observes in Merab's game. He noted areas where he perceives Merab makes himself vulnerable, especially when he comes forward too recklessly. From Cory, his intention is to remain calm and focused, waiting for the opportune moments to attack back with accuracy. To him, this bout presents an opportunity to show that even a new fighter like Merab with such energy and speed can be cracked with proper preparation.
Because my idea has always been to be the best well-rounded guy in the sport, and I think that it's definitely going to pay off years down the line of me facing Merab, because I'm not afraid to wrestle. You guys saw in the Umar fight that, you know, if I get taken down, I will get up immediately if I want to, and that's just a pain in the ass to fight. And then not to mention that Merab makes a lot of wide movements with his hands. He's pretty darty and looks like fidgety and difficult to hit or whatever, but he makes a lot of mistakes with his hands. And
Cory was also not immediately hesitant to discuss Sean O'Malley's errors against Merab. He illustrated the way in which Sean let himself get pulled into Merab's rhythm and couldn't adapt fast enough. Cory explained that he has learned from those mistakes and won't repeat them. His priority is staying away from Merab's traps, staying with his game plan, and preventing himself from giving the champion the sort of advantages that disintegrate other combatants.
I think that the last two wins that he's had have been people that move their feet a ton, and I just know, speaking from experience, that will get you really tired, and it kind of seems like a little bit of a compensating way to stay away from clinching and wrestling a guy. I think that the best, like I've talked about this, I think for years now, is my idea has always been to be the best well-rounded guy in the sport, and I think that it's definitely going to pay off years down the line of me facing Merab.
These objections of Cory are far from unreasonable. UFC commentator Joe Rogan also had his own opinion and referred to Merab as a freak of nature. According to Rogan, Merab's motor and lack of slowing down while continuing to push are what make him most dangerous. In Joe's opinion, Merab is among the most draining fighters in the UFC to handle.
Dude, he's there all night, and he could have fought another 25 minutes.
I believe it.
I never seen anything like it. I've seen a lot.
I don't think we will either.
Was he
always like that with
his cardio? He was
always
like that with the cardio, but he didn't have the tools to get out of certain positions.
Did you see what DC said?
No.
On his Instagram? DC went to visit him the day after the fight, and he's running.
He loves it.
So he beats Sugar Sean, wins the world title. DC goes to visit him at his house. He's not home. He's running. So DC's wandering around his house. He doesn't even know he's there. Like, he just lets him. He just walks into his house, and he's like filming Merab's gym. Like, whose gym you think this is? Like, it's got a picture of Merab.
It's the best weapon in UFC.
He loves it, man. He loves. He
There's
just
nothing
loves
you
it.
can do.
He loves to train.
He's incredible. But that's all. That's two things, right? That's some kind of genetic gift, and on top of that, insane hard work. It's like both things. Because the guy's a tank. Like, there's a lot of great genes.
It reminds me of Kane. Remember Kane had that weird cardio?
Oh,
and you're
yeah.
like, what the
Yeah,
Put his head in your chest and just.
They said he took 2 months off in his heyday. He took 2 months off, came in the gym, and DC was like, we're going to beat the Jedi King. He has been there 2 months. And he goes, he went Shark Tank rounds and beat the his cardio was fine.
Tom Aspinall contributed to the discussion when he was a guest on the Impulsive podcast. He concurred with Rogan that Merab's combat style is relentless and very difficult to prepare for. Aspinall stated that it's not only Merab's pressure but also his mindset. He batters on as if he does not care how exhausted he becomes, and that psychos out opponents.
For me, Merab is like, I don't know what's going on with him because his cardio and conditioning is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
His last fight was like one of the best fights I've ever
Yeah, because
seen.
he just goes and goes and goes. Like, he will not stop going at somebody. I've never seen anything like that guy. He's unbelievable.
After all this top shelf talk, some fans were a little let down by the emotional buildup leading into the fight. When there was video released of Cory and Merab's encounter, the two fighters exhibited nothing but respect. The exchange was respectful and respectful, without hot words or drama.
Thank you.
Nice job. I'm happy for you. Yeah,
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really like your jokes.
Okay, good.
Aljo,
Yeah, we're gonna.
Aljo
we're
was
gonna have a
talking,
good one. Oh yeah.
Like Aljo said, he's getting funny, and I keep doing it, bro. You're
Okay.
very good. I
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, we're gonna have a
But-
social media battle.
Yeah, Aljo. He's the most deserving guy in the division. What do you think?
Of
What's
course.
your- Of course. Yeah, you are. We never fought each other.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you respect. I mean, I respect you. And then, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna just take a little vacation. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Just-
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a run though.
Following the polite encounter, Merab also addressed the press conference and complimented Cory in person. He indicated that he has respect for the skills and grit of Cory, and that he views him as a deserving opponent. Although this won respect with many viewers, others still expressed the sentiment that the fight lacks an emotional punch. They wanted a real rivalry, not two professional athletes being respectful. In their eyes, the respectful atmosphere makes the bout less exciting, even though the skills involved will be world class.
And obviously, we saw the video clip online of, Cory Sandhagen coming up and congratulating you and shaking your hand. So is that the guy that you want? And if so, like, what do you make of him as an opponent?
Yes, top of my head, he's the best deserving guy in this division right now. Especially he was fighting always the best of the best. He was company guy, and he's a very respectful guy, hard worker guy, good, super talented, super good, and I think he deserved the most. And if UFC wants, I'm happy. I want to be busy.
This aggravation increased when fans saw how Dana White himself made the announcement. His presentation was dull and lacked the characteristic excitement he gives to major UFC scenes. They said it lacked energy and sounded almost compulsive, which only created less enthusiasm among them. Coupled with the fighters' respectful tone, it made the promotion sound more like a business deal than a war.
Pereira, former two-division champ, 10 of his 12 wins have come by knockout, and he has the highest striking accuracy in the light heavyweight division. The co-main event for that fight will be Merab versus Cory Sandhagen. Merab is on a 13-fight win streak.
In the end, though, this fight is still shaping up as a major test for the bantamweight division. Will it be the champion grinding out another masterclass victory, or will Cory carve out the holes that everyone else can't? Let us know in the comments who you've got, and don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns.